exactly happened?
Just an amazing fall from grace, and so many people wondering where their money is.
There would be a huge temptation for you to cheat and look at everybody else's cards.
He is done. He is finished. He is not fighting again. Stop talking about him fighting because he's not coming back.
Kevin Hart took aim at Floyd Mayweather over his disputed $42 million property claim, joking that lying will eventually catch up with you. Hart mocked Floyd's constant focus on money and suggested that the stories surrounding his wealth are beginning to damage his image. He added that Mayweather's ongoing need to showcase his riches has already hurt both his credibility and his personal reputation.
Into my lifestyle, showing the people how I live. Now, I know you guys see me on a regular talking about real estate. Well, lately, I purchased 62 apartment buildings in New York City. And what I need you guys to do, slide over and check out the photos. It's not all 62 buildings, it's a few buildings, but guess what? All the buildings belong to me. I don't have no partners. And all the retail down low on my buildings all belong to me.
Kevin Hart didn't hold back when reports surfaced about Floyd Mayweather's latest financial claims. Known for his quick humor and blunt style, Hart openly criticized Floyd's controversial property claims. He made it clear that, in his view, the situation had gone beyond being merely unbelievable and had entered the realm of complete delusion.
Floyd Mayweather is on an absolute real estate buying spree. I'm honestly having kind of a hard time keeping up with all this. Just listen to some of these headlines. All of these were posted just in the last 8 days alone. Floyd Mayweather lands $402 million deal to buy over 60 buildings in New York City. Mayweather puts $100 million in $3 billion JV. Mayweather buying a stake in former Versace mansion in Miami Beach. I knew this guy was rich, and it's no secret that he's been doing some big real estate deals lately, but he's absolutely on a roll right now. Different sources give different numbers, but Floyd's net worth is estimated to be as high as $1.5 billion, which makes him one of the wealthiest athletes in the world. Because of that, he's owned massive mansions in Las Vegas, Beverly Hills, and Miami over the years.
Kevin and Floyd go back a long way. During one interview, Kevin sat down with Mayweather and asked why nearly every conversation with him seemed to come back to money. Floyd answered without hesitation, explaining that he grew up with very little in a struggling household where survival was never guaranteed. He said those early experiences on the streets shaped the way he thinks about success. To Floyd, money was never just a symbol of wealth. It represented security and survival. His response gave people a clearer understanding of why he so often displays his fortune as a form of protection and personal pride.
My first investment was real estate, commercial real estate, huge. Skyscrapers, actually. Actually, what I own...
Bragging now.
No, I'm not
now
bragging.
You're bragging.
No.
You can brag, man. Shit.
No. Actually, what I own right now is 9 skyscrapers. I'm building my 10th skyscraper right now. So I own 9 skyscrapers, and I'm building my 10th skyscraper.
Floyd Mayweather's public image has long been built around displays of wealth. He regularly showcases large bank balances, stacks of cash, and luxury possessions as symbols of success. From private jets to diamond-covered watches, he has made a habit of highlighting his extravagant lifestyle. His social media is filled with expensive purchases and lavish experiences. To Floyd, displaying wealth is a way of projecting power. But the more he puts his fortune on display, the more people begin to question whether the image has become more important than the reality behind it.
Here's the reason why. He's retired, number one. Number two, he had already proved himself as a world champion, made a whole boatload of money. He got $700 million in 2 fights, for crying out loud. He did all of that stuff. Then he retired, and he's announced that essentially these are exhibitions. He's just having fun with it because he's getting old. He's 45 years old now, and he did what he came to do. That's entirely different than a 25-year-old on the come up, knocking people out.
Mayweather has always taken pride in handling business on his own. Rather than relying on managers or advisors, he preferred making the major decisions himself. In the world of boxing, that approach is uncommon, as most athletes depend on experienced professionals to manage their phase. Floyd often viewed his independence as proof that he could outthink the system. However, taking complete control also meant accepting full responsibility whenever something went wrong. What was once praised as confidence and self-reliance is now viewed by some critics as a risky approach. Without trusted voices to oversee the financial side, many believe the foundation of Mayweather's business empire has become increasingly unstable, with signs of weakness beginning to emerge.
Mayweather was undefeated for the last half of his career with one hand. He constantly broke his hand.
Yeah.
He would go into a ring knowing he had no shot at knocking somebody out because his hands were hurt too much, and literally walked in the ring and said, I'm gonna embarrass you and humiliate you by showing the world you can't hit me.
Floyd's decision to keep full control over his finances has also been linked to legal disputes, including a lawsuit from a jeweler who alleged that Mayweather took possession of high-priced jewelry without completing the payment. According to the claim, there was no meaningful negotiation or agreement to settle the balance later. Floyd reportedly responded by saying that he had simply forgotten to pay.
What's your definition of toy?
Well, private jet, Enzo, Bugatti. Let's walk over here. I'll show you a couple toys. They call this the $1 million garage.
I know we're on television, Floyd, but I think it's necessary for me to say, damn.
That level of confidence has led some critics to argue that Floyd behaves as though the usual rules do not apply to him. They also point out that these claims are not based solely on rumors, but are allegations that have appeared in legal filings.
Talk to me about why you make the decision to drive different colored cars in respective cities.
Spoiled brat.
Oh, just being a brat?
Just being a brat.
The 7 cars that you showed me are in excess of $15 to $20 million.
Let me see what's the number. We go 3-1.
And you don't drive them.
It's close to 15 million. You're right. It's close to 15 million.
Journalists attempting to verify Floyd's reported large-scale real estate transactions encountered a series of conflicting accounts. While one representative reportedly acknowledged that the deals had taken place, they declined to make any official statement on the record.
This all started with the announcement that Floyd was buying a $402 million multifamily portfolio called the Black Spruce Portfolio. A source revealed to The Real Deal that he went into contract to pay $402 million for a 1,000-unit affordable housing portfolio of more than 60 buildings. These buildings are concentrated in the Upper Manhattan area, and this deal would make for one of the city's biggest multifamily deals of the year. Anyways, we know Floyd is big on putting his money into commercial real estate deals, but a 1,000-unit multifamily portfolio is a massive buy, even for a guy like him. The question is, why would he, or anybody for that matter, be interested in buying all of these affordable housing units all at once? Well, for one, some of this portfolio is reported to offer a tax exemption due to the fact that the majority of the units are designated as affordable housing.
Floyd continues to spend lavishly, but ongoing speculation about his financial situation has refused to disappear. Joe Rogan recently criticized a continued involvement in exhibition fights, saying it's clearly about the money. Rogan argued that someone with lasting financial security would not keep chasing quick paydays. To many critics, Floyd's constant effort to project an image of wealth now appears less like a celebration of success and more like an attempt to keep that image alive.
I love bringing people into my lifestyle, showing the people how I live. Now, I know you guys see me on a regular talking about real estate. Well, lately, I purchased 62 apartment buildings in New York City. And what I need you guys to do, slide over and check out the photos. It's not all 62 buildings, it's a few buildings, but guess what? All the buildings belong to me. I don't have no partners. And all the retail down low on my buildings all belong to me. Guess what? You can do the same. It's all about making power moves. And I'm pointing like this because all of them. We're in New York City right now. We're in Manhattan. That's what we do. Come on. You know what all this money made. No partners. All by myself. Over 1,000 apartments. I'm just getting started.
No one questions Floyd's ability inside the ring, but his constant self-promotion has pushed away even some of his longtime supporters. He frequently compares himself to boxing's greatest legends and insists that no fighter in history has accomplished what he has. While that confidence may once have inspired many fans, some now feel it has become little more than repeated self-praise.
Seeing one of my buildings is One Summit,
Yes.
It's one of the tallest commercial buildings in the world. So just in New York alone, I got 9 skyscrapers. And Andrew Mathias, great business guy. This is what he told me one day. We took a walk. We was in New York. We was taking a walk. He said, "You see that building right there?" He said, "Yeah." We said, "We own that. You see this building? We own it." So we was walking and walking. Then he said, a boxer makes money when he boxing. A football player makes money when he playing football. Basketball player makes money when he playing basketball. He said, but New York real estate, you make money when you sleep.
From the beginning of his career, Mayweather understood that boxing would not last forever. He built business ventures, launched promotional companies, and secured major financial deals. However, the way he pursued wealth drew increasing criticism. He faced allegations of unpaid debts, exaggerated financial claims, and questionable business practices. To many critics, his business image appeared to rely more on hype than solid substance.
Floyd Money Mayweather up until recently didn't have any money, so Floyd is the highest earning athlete in his career, making over $1.1 billion. And after making a killing, he ended up retiring in 2017. However, he dug himself into a hole after making super lavish purchases like this LA mansion. It was so bad that he actually owed $22.2 million to the IRS, which made him have to come out of retirement to pay that back. Like and follow for more.
Floyd once acknowledged that many of his investments are essentially high-risk bets. He explained that he prefers putting money into ventures that most people do not fully understand, believing that those opportunities could shape the future. At the same time, he admitted that this approach also carries a high chance of failure. In fact, Floyd revealed that nearly 90% of the investments he makes ultimately do not succeed.
Well, there may be another reason Floyd Mayweather has agreed to fight Conor McGregor. ESPN reporting that Mayweather, get this, still has not paid his taxes for 2015. We don't know how much money Mayweather owes, but he's asking the IRS for a break until the fight at the end of August. Mayweather made about $220 million from his fight with Manny Pacquiao. That was back in 2015. He's expected to make about that much for the McGregor fight. Maybe he should have stayed retired and paid his taxes.
Yeah, pay taxes. Usually that catches up with you if you don't do that.
When Floyd stepped into the ring with Logan Paul, many observers argued that the event was driven more by financial opportunity than by legacy. Analysts suggested that, rather than advancing the sport, Mayweather was capitalizing on the popularity of celebrity boxing. Even his longtime rival, Oscar de la Hoya, openly criticized the exhibition bouts, calling them embarrassing and urging Floyd to move on from them. Coming from another boxing legend, those remarks carried significant weight. Oscar believes the public now sees a fighter chasing continued relevance instead of adding to an already historic legacy. In the eyes of some critics, the man who wants to find an era of boxing now risks being remembered as someone who struggled to walk away, even after many felt it was time.
Turns out that the rumors were true, and Floyd Mayweather has been trapped in Dubai for the last 50 days. Gervonta Davis was the first to claim it. Now multiple insider sources have confirmed that he is in fact trapped in Dubai for a debt that has nothing to do with boxing. After doing a little digging, it seems that someone in his camp while he was shopping for jewelry in Dubai stole one of the pieces, got away with it, and then blocked all communication with Mayweather. Since then, Floyd has already paid for the jewelry, but they refuse to let him go until they get their piece back. And allegedly, this guy right here is the thief that started this whole mess.
Years after facing Conor McGregor, Floyd has continued to hint at the possibility of a rematch. According to critics, the motivation has less to do with fan demand and more to do with the enormous payday such an event could generate. They argue that it is no longer about proving himself inside the ring, but about securing another major financial opportunity. To those critics, the repeated comeback talk reflects growing desperation. They believe that when a fighter's legacy is already established, returning again and again for another lucrative paycheck can create the impression of financial pressure rather than courage.
It turns out that the rumors were true, and Floyd Mayweather has been trapped in Dubai for the last 50 days. Gervonta Davis was the first to claim it. Now multiple insider sources have confirmed that he is in fact trapped in Dubai for a debt that has nothing to do with boxing. After doing a little digging, it seems that someone in his camp, while he was shopping for jewelry in Dubai, stole one of the pieces, got away with it, and then blocked all communication with Mayweather. Since then, Floyd has already paid for the jewelry, but they refuse to let him go until they get their piece back. And allegedly, this guy right here is the thief that started this whole mess.
Snoop Dogg once asked Floyd how he became so wealthy, and Floyd credited it to hard work, relentless hustle, and smart financial decisions. But according to critics, as questions about his fortune have grown, he has worked even harder to maintain the image of being exceptionally rich. Despite earning hundreds of millions throughout his career, Mayweather's finances have remained under scrutiny because of reports involving IRS tax liens, unpaid debts, and controversial purchases. As a result, some people have begun wondering whether his financial situation is as strong as it appears. They argue that a continued focus on exhibition fights and public appearances points to a deeper issue, a man who cannot afford to stop generating income because his spending habits never slowed down.
Just flabbergasted that the highest paid boxer, one of the most famous people on the planet, Floyd Mayweather, has managed to become a repeat offender as a scam artist.
NFT world, guess what?
Guess what?
Drop. And of course, I'm the money man. But guess what?
Sure are.
We're not done yet.
We aren't?
They told me
there's more scamming to be done.
And it's not over.
My God.
Autograph gloves.
Oh my God. That's incredible. 2,000 people that invest in his NFT project get a chance to win autographed gloves. It's crazy. But you might be asking, did he actually follow through on his promises and deliver these gloves? Of course he fucking did.
Money May, you all know the rest.
Money May, you all know the rest. You just got scammed again.
50 Cent has long argued that Floyd's wealth is not as impressive as it appears. And according to critics, more people are beginning to share that view. Journalists have attempted to verify Mayweather's reported real estate holdings, but claimed they were unable to find evidence matching the public claims. Despite ongoing lawsuits, tax-related issues, and growing skepticism, Floyd has continued living like a billionaire, buying exotic cars, flying on private jets, and spending lavishly without changing his lifestyle. To many observers, however, the numbers simply do not seem to add up. They believe he is either carrying far more financial obligations than people realize, or refusing to acknowledge the reality of his situation. What remains clear to critics is that the image of endless wealth continues, even as questions surrounding it grow louder.
I believe in building generational wealth. Even like when my children, all four of my children are adults. And I told them, no more handouts. Because I feel like I'm hurting my children just by, I give them money, they go shopping, they put gas in their car, they party, they come back, I need money. I give them money, I buy them houses, I buy them cars. I told them, listen, if you guys go to school or you work in one of my businesses, then you can branch off, get your own business, and I'll put the money up to help you start a business, but I need you guys to take what I've already started and triple and double that, and then I need my grandchildren to come behind you guys and do the same thing.
That's all for today's video. Thanks for watching. Stay tuned for more. And until next time, take care.